Hey guys, how are you? David Franco here from thefrancohosting.com. As promised, this is my review of the PureGear Slim Shell case for both the iPhone 4 and the iPhone 4S. Now what you see here is my 32GB iPhone 4S from AT&T. I only specify AT&T because, well, obviously Verizon does exist nowadays in the iPhone circle, if that's what you want to call it. But I'm also mentioning that because the difference between AT&T and Verizon, I believe, or it might be the difference between iPhone 4 and 4S, I'm really not sure to be honest, is the fact that the mute switch is a little higher on one of the devices. So the point of this little blurb right now is the fact that this case is designed for both, so it gives you enough room up here for both the iPhone 4 and 4S mute switch on both AT&T and Verizon. Alright, I just wanted to get that out of the way. First of all, let's do application of the case. That's always important to see if it's easy to put on. Bam! There you go. It's done. Nice and easy. Now, let's take a look at the design. On the front, you can see, obviously, we have a gray border. Nice, simple design. But on the immediate sides, we have a nice black border, which I'm actually a fan of. It looks pretty cool. Nothing overly fancy, but it's better than just a gray border. Over here, again, just to reiterate, we do have a large cutout for the lock switch, or mute switch rather. Sorry, it used to be lock switch. But as you can see, there's a lot of extra space above that, so it's very smart design. We do have buttons for both volume up and volume down. And going down here to the bottom, we do have a cutout for the 30-pin dock connector as well as the microphone and speaker. On this side, we have nothing because, well, we don't need anything. And of course, on the top here, we do have the cutout for your standard headphones jack and your sleep-wake power button, or whatever you want to call it. And finally, back here, it's very reflective. As you can see, we do have the PureGear brand as well as a couple rubber grips, so when you do put it down, it's kind of a soft landing. I mean, this isn't a soft case, by the way. This is a shell, as you can tell from the title of the case itself in the video. This is a plastic shell. Not the most durable quality, I will say, but I'll get back to that in a second. And of course, as always, we do have the cutout for the camera lens, as well as your flash. Alright, so let's get into talking about the pros. First of all, I gotta say, this is a very simple design. It feels good in the hands, and hey, it works, see? I can throw my phone, not even worry about it. Bada bing, bada boom. I really shouldn't be doing that. In my experience, the average iPhone case sells for about $40, but this only sells for $24.99 US, so you can get this for about $25, which is not bad at all. However, I should say that price point kind of converts into not the best case I've ever used, because I will be honest, I'm not a huge fan of this case. Overall, I'm more disappointed than pleased, and I really hate to say that because, as you know, I'm a huge fan of the PureGear brand. They've sent me many products in the past, and overall, I've been very happy with the quality of their products. But maybe because of the fact that this is only $25, it's a good budget case for those not wanting to spend a lot of money on a nice case. But then again, for $25, I mean, it's fine. Look, it works, it holds the phone in, and there you go. Now, not to concentrate on the downsides throughout this whole video, but there's only so many good things you can say about this case. I will say one thing I certainly don't like is the fact that the sleep-wake button or power button is recessed. So to actually press it, you have to dig your finger in. While this isn't a huge deal, it's definitely something I never really got used to with other cases because you don't typically have to dig your finger in. Now, that could be a pro to you for whatever reason. Maybe that is a personal preference that the button is recessed, that way you don't accidentally press it. But then again, I don't see why you would accidentally press it. But I did just want to mention that the button is indeed recessed. Not a huge deal, but still worth mentioning. Okay, so let's talk about the final con of the Slim Shell case for the iPhone 4 and 4S, and that is the fact that it is nearly impossible to remove this case without having frustration involved. And honestly, this is a big deal to me. It's pretty much a deal breaker. I mean, I enjoy a good iPhone case for its design and its usability, and overall, this is a pretty good case for the price. But the fact that I always have trouble removing it, honestly, that's annoying. Now, you might be saying, well, David, why do you always have to take off your case? Well, sometimes you might want to clean the back. Sometimes you might have to put an accessory on that can't fit this case. Sometimes you might have to put an audio cable in that can't fit through this recessed hole, which is big enough, by the way. You know, whenever I play music in my car, I just plug it in, and I had to force it in a little bit for it to work, but it's better than other cases I've used. Anyway, getting to the point, I can't remove this case without frustration, guys. I mean, the fact that it's a plastic shell, it kind of goes against the ease of use of taking the phone out of the case. Now, this is so frustrating. You have no idea. Okay. Jeez. That actually wasn't that bad. But still, the fact that I had to go through that frustration, that's really not fair to me as the user. Now, again, I had to reiterate this. This case is only $25, so you certainly do get what you pay for. I mean, it's a decent case. Would I recommend it? Not really. There are better cases out there with just paying $10 more. But again, I mean, if you're on a really tight budget and you do need iPhone protection, then sure. Check out this case, give it a shot. They have it in a variety of colors. I actually did have the pink version and the clear version, which I gave to my parents, which is why you don't see them on video right now. But my dad's actually using a clear one, and it looks pretty cool. My mom's not using her pink one yet, but she will be soon. And from what I can tell, it does look pretty neat. But it's the same exact case as this one, just a different color, and it's pretty much it. And that is that. Thank you to PureGear.com for sending this for a review. I realize it's not my favorite iPhone case that you guys have designed, but do keep in mind, I really do love PureGear usually. I mean, again, I'm disappointed with this case, but I'm not going to say steer away from this case for the price. I mean, it's not horrible. I've certainly used worse. I'm just overall disappointed with the usability of it, the quality of it, and mainly, most of all, the frustration that goes into simply removing it from my iPhone. But then again, if you guys are interested in saving money and getting a good iPhone case, then I guess you can check it out. The link will be right below for convenience. Click that. And again, it's just $25 and it comes in a variety of 9 colors, which is not that bad. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. And of course, as always, if you do have any questions regarding this case, just comment below and I'll do my best to answer your questions. I hope you guys have an excellent weekend and I will talk to you soon. Peace.